All right. So hello everyone and welcome to the AMA with Blink Galaxy Blockchain. Now it's going to be an absolutely amazing session today. Super excited to be hosting it, especially since it's, Web3 gaming, and all of you already know how I feel about that. So bullish. Before we hand over the microphone to Adam here for the presentation part, let's just first dive right into the short introduction from my side so you can, of course, get the hang of the basics. Now, for those of you that didn't have a chance to check what they're all about already, Blink Galaxy Blockchain is a gas-free, web-free gaming stack that unifies Outer Ring, Racerloop, and the Blink Galaxy Hub under one coordination token, and that would be the Blink Galaxy token. Now, on top of what we managed to discuss up until this point, you'll get all the useful information about Blink Galaxy token holder benefits. And I do want to put an emphasis on the fact that there's quite a lot of utilities tied to it, from governance, you have rewards, all the way up to ecosystem discounts with marketplace fees, premium services, a lot. So you're going to be learning everything regarding that. What I'm personally most excited about is having a conversation on their MMO, so Outer Ring. But more information on that later as we're finishing up the presentation portion and, of course, transitioning into the debate portion of today's session. Now, before handing over the microphone to the team to start the party, just wanted to drop a kind reminder for the sale on GemPad. So it is already live. It is ending on the 15th of December at 3 p.m. UTC sharp. As per usual, if you're interested in contributing, you, of course, can find the link to it on the AMA announcement. So it's currently, I believe, the second pin message. So we did forward in our main chat once again, just so you have things there hassle-free for you all. And some encouragement, if you're going to have anything else that you might want to know after today's session, do make sure to also join their Telegram just so the team can get you sorted with any additional questions. But yeah, enough of me rambling on and on. Anna, it is a pleasure to have you here. Thank you very much for joining. Now, for starters, if you don't mind providing a little bit of background information about yourself, and then feel free to just tie it together to the idea behind Blink Galaxy Blockchain. So how everything got started, what you wanted to accomplish, a rundown of utilities, maybe if you don't mind even explaining a little bit more information regarding Racerloop as well as Outer Ring, just for any listeners that might be curious regarding that as well. But yeah, it's a pleasure to have you here, and handing over the microphone to you for now. Welcome. Floor is all yours.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you for the introduction. Okay, let's go. My name is Alan Hernandez. I'm the currently CEO of Blink Galaxy, Outer Ring, and Racerloop. So how does this started? This started with an idea more than 4 years ago. It was in November 2021. The team decided to create an MMO game, but with some different things that the ones that we used to have. Let's say ownership was the focus. You know, when you're playing every game and you earn assets inside, or you buy those assets inside, as soon as the game started like having problems, so then switch to another version, those assets are lost. So the things that you make an offer to get it, or the things that you pay, it doesn't matter anymore because you don't have it. So that's why we create the metaverse, which is Outer Ring. And Outer Ring start with the game who has a utility inside, who has a token, has NFTs, and all these things that you can be owner of these assets for now and so on. So we decided to create this new game. It was like a really, really great experience. Then we create another game, which is Racerloop. Racerloop is a racing game with the same benefits, token, and then assets inside the game. So that's how it started. So after we realized another thing is when you're talking with the people about blockchain, and people start like thinking twice about jumping in the game, because they say, hey, you know what? Blockchain is a wallet. Wallet is money, and I'm afraid to lose my money. So we decided to create Blink Galaxy. Blink Galaxy is a passport when you can create an account with only an email, and you can come and play. You don't need to have like a wallet or any asset to come and play. It's all the games that we are creating is free to play. So with the passport, what we did is create an interface that the user can create an account and start playing. And if you earn something, or you want to buy something, there is a part when we have a marketplace, and you need to have like a public identification, not related with the wallet, as soon as you start like using all these assets inside the game. when do you need a wallet? You need a wallet when you try to add something or remove something for the game. Let's say if you want to add some tokens to the game, you need a wallet because you need to buy those tokens outside in blockchain. Can be in the centralized or the centralized, that token that we used to have, and then send it to the passport, and then the tokens will be inside the game. So inside the game, there's no other need to be signing any transaction. We are doing that for you. So it's easy for anyone. What about if somebody does not have a wallet and start earning something? You will earn points inside the games. Those points are called JQ, which is the token for the ecosystem in the game inside. So let's say you earn about 1 million, 2 million, 3 million points, and then you decide to take that into cash. You decide to, extract that points and make it money. So and in that case, we are going to teach you. We have all the information about how to create a wallet, how to transfer those tokens to your wallet, how to sell those tokens, and then you are earning something. So this is the part when we go creating Link Passport. Then at the end, a couple months ago, we decided to switch because all the things that we built were built in BSC, Binance Smart Chain. So after we realized that there's like high fees that the people must be paying, we decided to go with a different thing. So we start searching for another partner. We reach Immutable. They have Immutable Passport. So like we have right now, Blink Galaxy Passport. We cannot make to work this together. So we switch Immutable, and then we search for another partner, and then we reach Scale. Scale blockchain is a gasless blockchain. They're using a token called Fuel. With this token, you only need to be like using your wallet, and all the transactions will be for free. Minting and other things are going to be only a little bit to pay, but actually for any transaction like sending or claiming is for free. So we decided to go with them, but actually like the token that we have, the contract, because we have a decentralized application with the marketplace, with the factory. Oh, another thing to add is we have more than 35,000 assets in blockchain, NFTs already created. Most of them were created by the community because we have a factory. You have to go to that factory and then create your asset by your own. So all these things were working in BSC. So we are switching to Scale because they have like gaslets. So as soon as we have those assets, I think we can multiply by 10 the amount of tokens or transaction that we can have because it's now for free. So in the other hand, when we were talking with the Scale and they say you have a token, you have more than 48 smart contracts for all the assets, it's better if you can have your own spot. So that's why we decide to create our own blockchain, because we have these on our plans for 2027, 2028. But now that we have a partner like Scale and they are incubating us to create a blockchain, so we're good to go. So we decided to create this infrastructure, this new infrastructure like Blink Galaxy blockchain. And this token is going to be the fuel for creating things, not for transaction. Just to be clear, the transactions are going to be free because it's gasless, but you need to pay the fee for creating things. So this is why we need to have this token. And in the other
Aran, you cut off, just so you're aware. So if you're speaking, we can't hear you anymore. Hello, hello. Hopefully all is good because we... okay, perfect. Aran, we can hear you. We lost you when you said that the token is not going to be for transactions, but for creating things, just so you know.
All right. Thank you so much. Well, like I was saying, the token is not only for transactions, it's for the transactions are going to be free. Let's be clear on this. And in the other hand is the token is for several things. One is for minting things. Every time that you're minting something, you're creating something, you need to pay a fee, like in all the other blockchains. And another thing is with the blockchain, we need to create nodes. So the nodes will be created by the community. You need to get our token, then enough tokens to create a node and participate, in the fees that you're receiving for every transaction, for people minting and doing all the other things. And we have another option, which is governance. Every time that we are going to change something, like the price in the blockchain, like adding benefits in the blockchain, is going to be decided by the community in the governance system. Another thing is we have a metaverse who has 17 games inside being created. Every game is for any partner, every partner that we have inside. So we are receiving invitations to be part of different gaming systems. And actually, there's like small games who wants to launch something and they don't have a spot to be. So we are offering to be inside our metaverse and then adding a few things. For example, one is going to be a launchpad. A launchpad for gaming who can be like participating in the metaverse, like another mini game that we can have inside. So for that, you're going to be the one who's going to decide with the tokens that you're holding. And actually, you're holding the tokens. You're going to be the first people who will be interact with this launchpad for launching new gaming projects. So there's like a lot of things. We wrote all this information in the white paper. There's a lot of things to read there. We spent a couple months trying to make this more clear for the people. So yeah, this is where we are building. This is why we are here right now. We are trying to make this work on January 1st, which is going to be the mainnet. Another thing to add is we have been 3 months testing the blockchain. It's not, we're an EVM. So we have all these contracts on BSC. Scale is EVM, so we're switching a few things, but actually most of those are compatible. So we only make the whole test about marketing, about marketplace, about every aspect that we already have done, and it's working. So we are good to go. We are trying to make this turned into a mainnet on January 1st. I think we're ready. Yeah. That's the whole information about Blink Galaxy, Outer Ring, Racerloop, and myself.
Perfect. Just wanted to say I greatly appreciate not only all the information, but also transparency. And yeah, as you did mention, a lot of things are being worked on. So super excited for it as well. And just a little bit of my feedback here. I especially like the fact that it's going to be, gas free, because who would like transactions directly in the game as they're playing? So that's absolutely awesome. And on top of it all, the Blink passport that you've implemented here, also something that I wanted to give you guys props for, because at the end of the day, just if we're talking about, let's say, onboarding Web2 users to Web3, specifically, let's say the gamer crowd, at the end of the day, it's just going to make everything so much simpler. So I am a fan of everything that you guys are building here, so greatly appreciate that once again for the added information. And without further ado, with your presentation here, I have a bunch of follow-up questions here, so if you don't mind, I'm just going to take like 20 minutes of your time here before we move on to those community questions. But yeah, one of the last things that you mentioned would also be, as far as, let's say, token holder benefits and utilities go, would also be governance. So, considering you have so many utilities, so many things tied to your ecosystem, it only makes sense for you to, let's say, incorporate your token holders in it so they can also have a say with the decision-making process here. So one thing with the governance here, and this is something that I also did have a look on the marketplace for Outer Ring when you have a separate tab for the governance, and just first glance on this, I didn't necessarily go through absolutely everything here, but I kind of understand the gist of it. So the governance here is a little bit, I'm gonna say, a little bit more unique as opposed to other Web3 DAO projects, right? If we once again specifically talk about the governance. So just for the sake of clarity here, if you don't mind, considering that, if I do understand this correctly, you need to stake GQ in order for you to then earn voting power. So I'm just kind of curious, considering on first glance there's free separate pools for different lockup periods. Let's say, I don't know, 30 days, maybe 19 days, or maybe even without a locking period. So it just brings me to the question: how does the amount of the GQ tokens that you're staking here, with, of course, in correlation, the locking period amounts to the voting power that you'd be earning? And in addition to this, I know that it's kind of like a long question as it is, but I was also wondering if you, let's say, either make a proposal or just vote on an already existing proposal, if the requirements for both of them are the same as far as voting power that you need for it, or if making your own proposals is gonna, let's say, cost you more in the sense of you having voting power as opposed to just voting on it. Hopefully I didn't complicate it too much.
Not at all. That's a very great question. So here's the thing. When you're using voting power or you're using governance, you need to hear the community. So one thing is, we have people who start working with us like 3 years ago. So most of them has more benefits because we started, as soon as you stake X amount of JQ, you receive a X amount of voting power. Then we were switching and then decreasing the amount of the voting power that you were receiving. So we get to this point. Right now is we have different ways to be earning voting power. But actually, every time that we are switching the amount that you will receive, we're asking the community how does that feel with them if we turn the amount lower or we do it higher. So with that said, I'm pretty sure in January it's going to be changed. So that's why I'm not using numbers right now. But there's another thing to add is we have two tokens. One is JQ. JQ is a token for the gaming system. We have voting in the metaverse. We have voting out in adding partnerships or modifying certain things in the game, or we create a new enemy character and then we need a game. A name. We ask the community to use the voting power to choose every aspect related with the metaverse, because this is JQ and it's for the gaming system. In the other hand, the other token, um, like this is the token for the blockchain, is deciding how can we use the blockchain and how can we use several things inside the blockchain. It's not in the gaming ecosystem. So I just want to make clear that we have these two tokens. One is called JQ, is the gaming token for the gaming ecosystem, which is Outer Ring and Racerloop. And then on the other hand, we have BG, which is the token that we are launching, and will be used only for the blockchain aspect. So I think that makes clear the question that you just asked.
Absolutely, 100%. Greatly appreciate that. Thank you so much. And just an additional thing that I wanted to ask you as far as the governance goes, and then we're going to continue with some other token holder benefits as well. And this is something that also stood out to me as I was doing my research. So I'm talking about the safety delay, right? So in this case, in addition to what we already discussed up until this point, this, let's say, added safety feature just kind of means that decisions can be changed instantly, but they need to go through a time-locked execution, right? So in this case, how long would this safety delay last? Is this also something that the DAO can, let's say, decide upon if, I don't know, maybe another decision is going to be more important than the first one? And in correlation to that, let's say the safety feature of delay is going to be different from, I don't know, let's say, depending on the urgency of a proposal, or if the safety delay is going to be 100% the same, regardless of the importance of, let's say, the proposal in question.
Yeah, what we are trying to do with this is giving enough time for everything that we are asking. I know it's not always the people are online trying to be only waiting for you to create a proposal. And actually, people can create proposal as well. And what we try to do with this is give like 1 week for the people to decide the let's say the thing that we are proposing, and then after that, we create in the same proposal when it's going to be done. Like this is something for the game, for example, right? A couple weeks ago, we have two different proposals. One for enemy names. So those names that we had, we we are gonna launch in the next December 17 when there's gonna be another version for the metaverse, and then we will have those enemies inside with the name that the community decide. So every time that we are creating a proposal, we are giving enough time for anyone because if you're trying to develop something with security audited and all the things needed in the blockchain, you need time. You can be like proposing something today and make it done tomorrow because there's several things to do before launching whatever change you are planning to. So with that said, is waiting for the community to have enough time, like 1 week for every proposal, and in the other hand is have enough time us to create or modify or develop the things that we are asking.
Awesome. Makes perfect sense. Appreciate the transparency on the matter as well. Now, without further ado, I'm just going to tie this together to not only Outer Ring, but also the items that you can find on the marketplace, right? So coincidentally, the debate that I have been very, very much looking forward to. So yeah, for the sake of transparency, let's just talk about the marketplace and the items first that you can, of course, use in game as well. So first things first, this is going to be a little bit of a more specific one, but still, I need to ask this, considering we're talking about, I don't know, for instance, if we just go for the latest NFTs here, let's say, I don't know, shotguns, SMGs, ARs for you to then also use in the game, so Outer Ring. And this just brings me to the question, if you would like to have either, I don't know, new loot, maybe you'd like to upgrade your loot, if this is all of the things that you find on the marketplace, so once again, the NFTs of weapons, if those are the only, let's say, the only way of you acquiring them is directly minting it on the marketplace, or if for instance, if RNG is on your side, if those NFT weapons can also be dropped directly in game.
For now, we were thinking in two different things. One is you need basic guns to be playing inside the game, so that's gonna be for free. But the guns that you will receive are gonna be tier one guns with no rarity because it's something for free. It's only for you to play. But then if you want to have something different, you need to either create it. You need to create all these assets. You can buy it for the marketplace, or you can. We have loot box, so you can buy a loot box. We have different loot box with tires, like from tire 2 to 3. We're planning to have the 4 and 3 in the later, maybe in 2027. But now we have different rarities. In the rarities, it includes, you can reload faster, you can aim faster. So this is the only way that you can get it. And why is that? It's because if we try to give to anybody different guns in the game, it's not gonna be for all the people. They will feel like, okay, I spend my time, my money to crafting things, and then you can gift those guns into the game. Maybe we can have like a tournament, and then we can have like a loot box that you can claim, and the loot box will give you different armor and weapons in the random thing, and maybe you can get like an epic gun or maybe it's gonna be a rare, but that's not our decision. So in this case, the only way that you can get the weapon that you are looking for is either create your weapon or buy it for the marketplace.
Okay, perfect. Makes perfect sense. Thank you very much. And let's say just a little bit of an add-on to this, and I just do need to provide some feedback before we move on to other topic of discussion here. But yeah, I so love the loot boxes. I did have a chance to go through them, what you're offering here. So it's always, it's always nice as you don't necessarily know what you're going to be getting if, RNG is on your side. So yeah, definitely a fan of this. I'm probably going to try it out for myself as well, just so I can mention that. But yeah, as far as those weapons go, I hear you loud loud and clear, so much appreciated. And I also did want to ask it. I assume that this is not something that you're currently planning, at least, but maybe for the future, you know. So the curiosity in this case got the best of me. So I do still need to ask you this. We did already establish the rarity types with the tiers that you mentioned here. And as far as my understanding currently goes, as you did mention, if you would like to have, let's say, a weapon that you'd be after, then you can get it in a loot box on the marketplace here. And with that, I believe that the stats are going to be, you know, let's say stock. So in this case, not being able to be upgraded. But I'm still wondering if, for instance, you have either, I don't know, a common tier 2 weapon, if there's any way that you can upgrade it for, I don't know, let's say to do more damage, maybe faster reload speed, I don't know, magazine capacity, anything of that nature. If that is also something that you either have or planning to release in the future, or maybe even if you have duplicate weapons, let's say, for instance, you have two of, I don't know, let's say revolvers, tier 3, something that's also listed there. If you have two duplicates, well, one in this case because you have two, if there's also possibilities to maybe increase the tier if you combine the two. I don't know, just kind of wondering for the future.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Actually, right now, we have already the tokens who can be, you know, modified. Those tokens are dynamic, so this is something that we can make it done in the future. For now, in the factory that we have, you can only create, and when you're creating, you can choose the rarity or and the tier. You If you want to create like a legendary, you need to pay like the fee to have it is legendary at the beginning, and that will be for sure. Actually, the factory works as in the random way as well. When you're creating something, in the last step, when you assemble the weapon or the armor. Oh, sorry. That's going to be a random thing who is going to be choosing the rarity and the tier. So maybe you will have like luck. You will get lucky and you will receive a legendary weapon. I don't know, but actually for now it's only for this side. But there's another token that we have inside called exocredit. We have been thinking for the last year, how can we use the exocredit? Because it's like the money inside the game. We have the token which is AQ, but actually we have exocredit which is like money. So we were thinking you can use exocredits to be upgrading the things that you already have. But this is something that we will work for the future. Right now, we only have the ability in the factory.
Interesting. Okay, definitely happy to try this out for myself as well. So, Adam, thank you very much for the additional information on the matter as well. Now, just two more things from my side before we focus towards the community questions. And this one, I know that this is something that we could probably discuss a little bit earlier, but you know, I got carried away with the marketplace and the items. But yeah, I appreciate the discussion here today. I did just want to quickly focus towards, let's say, the additional token holder benefit, which is in this case going to be, let's say, the prices of the items on the marketplace with discounts. So it just brings me to the question. Obviously, if you're going to be buying and let's say an NFT of a weapon from an individual that's going to be selling it, I don't expect you to have discounts for this, you know. But for the discounted price that you'd be eligible for if you're a token holder, does this apply to the loot boxes that you have or anything else, just for clarity?
Not for now. The benefits for getting a discount in is, let's say, we have lands, which is one of the biggest NFTs that we are creating. So the land is a space that you can have inside the metaverse. It's like a way that you can create your own house, your own safe place, and you can like use it like a warehouse for all your assets inside the game. So if you're holding of a land, you can stake these and receive certain benefits inside the game. For example, right now, decrease the time for the factory, and then you are earning different materials so you can be crafting more things. So we are adding in the future, which is if you're staking this land inside the application, you will receive a discount. Right now, there's no discounts. We used to have one like 2 years ago, you get a certain token that we used to have only for the loot books, you receive an amount of discount. But not, right now is only a fixed price.
Gotcha. Perfect. Thank you so much. Now, just the last one from my side, and this is more so, focused towards the future. So let's say anything else, and well, there's a lot of things in the pipeline, something that we did already have a chance to, mention here. But let's say the glimpse of a roadmap, anything that you would like to maybe mention, a milestone, what you're planning in the future, maybe in the next year, maybe next 2 years. Basically, everything you want the listeners to know, things to be excited about, and also just gonna put you on the hot seat a little bit here. This, I think that I stumbled upon this in the AMA that you've held, but I know there has been some discussion about, I don't know if it's for Racerloop, maybe it's for Racerloop, about listing on the Epic Store as well. So definitely something that we should talk about today, right?
Right. Well, let's go first with Racerloop because I know the community is waiting for this. Maybe it's gonna be ready on December to be up and running again because we need to change something 1 year ago. So right now we're looking to have this available again, and then we already have the game listed on Epic Games. So we only need to reach them again and say, hey, we are up and running again. Uh, just make it available in your store, and that's it. So this is gonna be something huge for Racerloop. And in the other hand, talking about the roadmap, we have we create a roadmap to make two things possible. One is when we decide to go with the blockchain, one of the things that we did was match the roadmap for the blockchain with the gaming side. So we publish a picture in Twitter in the Outer Ring, which is the roadmap of the game. If you can go and check, we have different versions that we're creating, and the versions includes how many assets will be inside the game. So what we're planning is the 2025 will be integrating different ecosystems inside, like different, let's say, features that community were asking for. And in 2026, we are adding all the assets. Most of the assets must be uh, inside the game. And we have three different versions. One is going to be on March, the other one will be on August, and the other one will be by the end of the day, the year, the 2026. So we create these two roadmaps to create these great milestones. If you wait for the March launch, gaming launch, is going to be with the same launch in the blockchain side. Two things will be adding together, and that people will receive all these benefits, either holders for the BG in the blockchain and holders for the GQ on the gaming side. So you can check the roadmap in Outer Ring Twitter, and actually we have a roadmap in the Blink Galaxy as well. So those things merge together in the whole year. 2026 is going to be a lot of milestones there.
Perfect. Absolutely amazing. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much. And without further ado, let's just move on to some of the community questions as well. So you guys know how this goes. The first one is going to be on the hot seat. Better make your questions count. Better make them great ones. Tom, you're going to be on the first hot seat today. Hopefully you're having an awesome day so far. And the floor is all yours. Welcome.
Hey, thank you so much, Rayland. Great MA so far, guys. Welcome to GemPad, man. Just regarding to the relaunch, I just want to know. I know that relaunching a token isn't cheap, and most of teams would have just blamed the market and move on to the next. And I just want to know what convinced you to it was worth spending more time and more money and reputation to redo it instead of just living with a message or.
Well, several things. One is when we create the pre-seed and the seed rounds for this token, we get investors, which was most of them family and friends. And then we have Cliff. 2026 is going to be Cliff, and 2027 is going to be vesting. We have 12 months Cliff and 12-month vesting. why we decided to go this with the pre-seed and seed, it was because we have a plan. Like I told you before in the roadmap, we want to merge all things together in the 2026. So we need time for this. So with the launching, we didn't have a selling pressure for people who bought in the beginning because we did not release tokens to them. If you go and check to the blockchain, all these things are doing like correctly in the blockchain. We only mint the 200 million tokens for liquidity and the 700 million tokens for the launchpads. That's it. But actually, in the listing, when we released those tokens were the marketing and the listing were the tokens who were dumping the price at the first time, because one of the things that we add is getting the price that's 0.1, and we didn't reach, and that's because manipulation of the market. The market maker, which is one of the worst decisions that we just made, and in the other hand is when you're listing something and you choose the price that is going to be listed, that's why you add liquidity and you add the amount of tokens. And we did it. And we told the SEX to go with a .01, and they didn't, because they want to have like a great chart looking if you start with .002 and then go to .001, and it didn't work. So that's why we decided to go, okay, we can learn for this because it was a mistake. We lost a lot of funds because it's not cheaper to have a token listed, and then all these marketing things that we did 1.5 months ago. But yeah, that's why we decided to go this, and actually we need it. We need a token to have a better rating, a better charts, and we're gonna make it in a different way, listening to the people who told us in the past, hey, take care of this market maker, take care of being listed in the SEX first. You have to go with DEX and the SEX as well, but actually not being only in SEX. So there's a lot of things that people told us, and we are getting all this information for them, and we are doing correctly in this time.
Awesome, great. And just one last thing, out of curiosity, was Gotbit your before your previous market maker, or it was another one? Just curious.
Can you repeat that, please?
The Gotbit market maker, was the team that you worked with them, or it was another market maker?
The market maker that we used to have in the launching is DWF.
Awesome, great. I really wish you best of luck on this new launch, and yeah, best of luck, man. Thank you so much, Reina.
Thank you very much for your questions, Tommy. And we're going to keep it moving. So the next up on the floor is going to be Cry. Hopefully you're having an awesome day so far as well. And the floor is all yours. Welcome.
Hello. Can you hear me?
We can hear you loud and clear. Welcome.
Yes. Thank you for that, Ryan. I've been checking what you guys are building. So you have your own chains, multiple games, and a shared economy. And honestly, I think it's a really a bold setup that some of the what you call this, the developers are are really hard to try to pull it off. So one thing I'm curious about, if we put everything down, what's the one thing you will absolutely need to get right in order to keep the ecosystem and the games healthy on long term? And what tools or data are you going to rely to make adjustments when the behaviors of the players shifts? Like, for example, building AAA games, or what are the meta games that you're going to establish?
Okay, the AAA game that we are building is Outer Ring, is the metaverse, and this is because all the things that are around the game. So what's the need of this is we are getting those games built with the all things that people are asking. If you go and check the metaverse, you will find several things. One is It's a place for players because we have different ways to go and play. It's a MMORPG game, so that's one thing. The other thing is we are building a space for users. Users who can go and interact with the companies that we are building inside, with the gaming that we have, and you can be like, you know, doing certain things in like a user and doing another thing like a player. But actually, we are adding brands. So brands will be uh, showing their marketing inside the metaverse as well. And then we are adding companies to can offer services and you can be working to them. Let's say, for example, we have Get.io, which is one of the partners because we have the token listed with them. And you can go, you can log in into the building with them. You can start working if you are a trader. So if you get bored because now you need time for you, you can go and play in the same place. We will have different companies for food, so you can order food like with Uber Eats or something like that. And we have schools. If you want to learn something, we have a school, we have a public library. You can go in and get a book and start reading. With AI, you can be studying or even getting a book and then return later. You're going to be in the same page. So there's a lot of things that we are creating. So what do we need? Users, users, players, and all these brands. So that's why we are creating this floor to receiving all of them. After we have this new version in the upcoming months, that will be the way that we are looking to have these more active users inside. Not only we're talking about economy, which is assets in the token, but actually, we need more kind of users as well. As soon as you start, you can go to the library, get a book for free. But maybe you're reading or try to read 5 books, you're gonna pay a fee. The fee is gonna be for the gaming ecosystem. So that's gonna be something for the future. For now, we are looking to build something great for the users, players, buildings, companies, and then we can invite all the people to come and test.
So cool. So what will happen is all those games are going to be interconnected inside the metaverse. Like if you have, like you mentioned, 17 games, all those assets, all those NFTs are interconnected inside that metaverse, right?
Uh, yes and no, because it's decision for the owners of the game. What we're trying to do is every game who is being developed. We are developing 2 games, which is Outer Ring and Racerloop. We have 17 brands, and each brand must develop his own game. We're offering the blockchain and the full ecosystem for them to be working with us. But if they decide to go with their own chain, their own token, we are going to be adding only a feature to bridge. If you're going to get those assets for them, you can get it with the bridge with us. But that's something we are not adding like strictly only user our assets because it's going to be like an open world for anyone. So if we're launching a game which is helping one mini game to be launching on Metaverse, that's for sure that's going to be in the marketplace. But in the other hand, if the people already have a game launch, we can tell them to migrate all the assets to us. But we can create a tool to be interacting together.
Yes, thank you so much. It's very loud and clear. Thank you. I really like the actually to be to add up, I really like the one that you choose scale for the gas fees. It's really awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Rain.
Thank you for your questions, Cry. And we are going to keep it moving to Rayhan. Hopefully, you're having an awesome day so far as well. And the floor is all yours. Welcome.
Yo, bro, can you hear me?
Loud and clear. Welcome.
Okay, bro. Thanks, bro. So I wanted to know about your game. So how does the ownership and like a trade of the in-game assets will be work like a NFT and rewards also. So and also can I I suppose I want to give some weapons or tokens to my friend. Am I is it valid for transfer the token or weapons or any gaming items to my friend, or it will be only possible by auction?
Great question. The answer for the second part is yes, absolutely. There's a way right now so you can add the token and you can transfer token inside the game with the Blink passport to your friend, your partner, or if you're sending something to somebody, you can use a tool that we have for sending tokens that you already have inside the metaverse. Outside the metaverse is blockchain, so you can send whatever you want, and people will receive it. So one thing that we are doing right now is that the assets that you have outside the metaverse, you're holding those assets in your wallet, right? So you're using those tokens, or you want to use those tokens inside the gaming ecosystem. You need to burn those tokens with the platform that we have, which is the Blink Passport. You burn those tokens and you get those tokens inside the metaverse. We are doing this to do not have this duplicated, right? So if you're holding these things inside the metaverse and you want to sell it inside, you can sell it inside, or you can send it back to your wallets and then using the marketplace that we have outside. So this is the way that it works. But yes, you can transfer anything.
Okay, got you. And you mentioned that we can sell the token inside the metaverse. So it will be the same price. It will be same price in the inside the metaverse or outside the metaverse, or it will be there will be a price difference from two sides.
It's your call. Actually, the price that you can choose is a marketplace. You put something on sale, you put the price. If you want to put a higher price, is your decision. If you want to give this in a lower price, it's also your decision. But let's see this in a different way. Let's say you create a weapon. Who is the weapon? Is right now is the meta. Why is the meta? It's because with that weapon you are killing faster, you are loading faster, and the people love these kind of things. So then people start asking you because you have a username. They say, "Hey, what is the gun that you're using?" And you say, "Oh, it's a gun that I already craft by myself." And they say, "Okay, I want to buy it." And you say, "Okay, I will sell it. I will put in the marketplace, but I can choose the price because it's the meta gun that I just created." So there's a lot of things that you can add in the weapon. A lot. There's 100 different things. But let's say you create the one who is working in all the aspects. So that's why you're choosing the price for that asset. So the price is yours. You decide the price, not us.
Oh, that's good stuff, bro. Thanks for your answer. Actually, this is one of the coolest thing that auction inside the game. This is the best part of the game. Thanks for the answer, and thanks, Relian brother, for the opportunity. Appreciate you, man.
Thank you for the questions, Rayhan. And we're going to keep on moving to two more community questions. Moving on to Zuri. Hopefully, you're having an awesome day so far as well. And the floor is all yours. Welcome.
Hello, what's up, guys?
Hey, welcome.
Yeah, thank you, man. Just gonna go right into the question. I just wanted to briefly know what is the strategy to bridge the gap between the Web 2 and Web 3 for traditional gamers? Do they have any sort of planned activation programs to sort of reel in Web 2 gamers into the Web 3 space? Because we know there's a large market of traditional gamers that are not exposed to crypto. Did you
Yeah,
get that?
yeah, for sure. Yeah, I was explaining this in the introduction, but let's say we need to get to those users in a normal way, like all the other games are doing it. It's like come and play because this is a game, that you can play only with your email, and that's it, or even with your socials, for example. Uh, let's say to bridge that gap, you need first to invite the people to play without telling them that there's like money related in their side to pay something, in another side to give them something. You need to bring all these users to have fun, and then when they're playing and they're receiving benefits and they want to exchange those benefits, that's when blockchain start interacting with them. But before that, I think it's better if we can have like a full picture with them, tell them it's a free to gameplay. You can create the amount of accounts that you need, and you can earn something inside. And that thing that you will earning will turn into money if you decide, because the tokens that you're receiving, you can be paying the fees inside to play with. We have, for example, we have a match that you can play for free, and we have a match that you can play. If you're paying a fee, and the winner gets all the benefit. We have the first place, second place, and third place. And then you start receiving this amount of tokens, and you have enough tokens to be exchanged, then we can teach you how to use it. But I think the best way to invite all these people is telling them that this is a normal game, not mentioning blockchain until it's needed. Because when you're using this game with your username and you can be interacting inside the game, you don't need a wallet to receive your points to get an armor or a weapon. You don't need a wallet. You only need a unique username, which is the one that we are offering with Within Passport. After that, you're gonna sell this outside the metaverse. That's when you will need a wallet, because you need to transfer all these assets to your wallet.
Awesome. That's a solid strategy. But I was also thinking maybe you could also host some real life events. I don't know if that is practical, but because traditional gamers aren't quite exposed to crypto, so that's exactly what I was asking about. But perhaps that can be on the cards as well. But I also saw finally that you have 20% of the supply reserved for the treasury wallet. Could you perhaps elaborate on what this will be utilized for, if you know currently?
I think I missed one part. Can you repeat the question, please?
Sorry, I was just saying the 20% of the supply of the tokenomics that is reserved for the treasury wallet. Could you perhaps elaborate what these tokens will be utilized for?
Oh yeah, for sure. Actually, the treasury we are doing this is, when you have people who is interacting with your project, you need to have something to offer in the future. So for now, it's only holding this. After we create the full stack for the blockchain, the nodes that you need, all the functionality. After that, we will create the governance, and we will ask the people, how can we create these campaigns to invite gaming systems to be working with us. So in that case, treasury is needed, because you need to incentivize all these games of these developers. There's one piece in the white paper that we are offering the people who are developing something grants. When people are developing something, they need help. So that's why we are using grants. We are inviting people to continue creating, continue building with us. If you match something that we can use with your game, you will receive a grant. So that's why you need a treasury. And the treasury is locked. It's locked for the next years until 2030, I believe. And then there's a small portion for every year for getting this kind of projects. We will say in 2027 we will only help 10 projects, and for those 10 projects we are gonna give this grant, and the grant is for the amount of tokens that we have released by year.
Okay, awesome. Thanks for the explanation, man. Thank you, Aliens. That's all I have.
Thank you for your question, Zuri. And we're going to keep on moving to the last community question of today's session. So, Suja, you're going to be on the last, second hot seat. You know how this goes. Better make your questions count. Better make them great ones. Hopefully, you're having an awesome day so far. And the floor is all yours. Welcome.
Hey, thank you, Renland. Hello. Sorry, am I audible?
Yeah, we hear you loud and clear. No problem.
Okay. All right. My first question is in terms of keeping the game competitive, right? Now, I firmly believe that a game on a blockchain is only going to be successful if people are playing it for the game and not for the money associated with the game. But a lot of time, what happens is even if people are lured in by the gameplay, they end up playing the game or staying in the ecosystem just to make money and not really the gameplay. And that's just partly because of the way the game has been developed and the way the game has been designed to sort of incentivize the gamification of the game, if you will, right? So when you were talking about upgrading the guns and your characters and stuff inside the game using the BG tokens, what I was wondering is, have you sort of placed any restrictions on how often somebody can upgrade or how soon into a game somebody can upgrade their weapons and their characters and stuff, so as to maintain some sort of an equal competitiveness between players, when it doesn't become like a spend to win kind of a game where somebody coming in with a lot of money can upgrade everything to the max tiers and then have an undue advantage over other players in the game. If you understand what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, for sure. This is something needed in all the games because one of the things that we are always taking care about is, let's say you're you're new in the game, you spend the first 2 minutes and people are killing you because they have best weapons like you than the ones that we are offering to you. Right now in this pre-alpha, sorry, I want we used to have a pre-alpha when we test all the guns, and then we launched this, which is an alpha. In an alpha, you have the ability to use all the weapons with the maximum tier and rarity needed right now. All the weapons are the same. When we are switching for using your own assets inside the game, so there's going to be something to show you that the people are using better things than the ones that you have. So we have several spots in the metaverse. For example, the metaverse, we have one of the first colonies, which is Great Silver City. In Great Silver City, there's peace. Nobody can harm to each other. So in that case, you can be interacting with all the people and, try to realize how many weapons they're holding, what kind of weapons, and even the armor, because the armor has tiers and rarity as well. So there's going to be places when you can go and play PvP, player versus player, and then you can choose how do you're going to play, because if there's people who has like more experience or better things than you, is not like fair for anyone. So there's another way that you can be playing in different arenas inside the game to test your ability and test your weapon and your armor. So there's like several things this is only for VE testing. And in the other hand, to get the weapons with the most classified items is going to be something extremely hard for anyone. But let me add something here. For the people who start working with us 3 years ago, they have a lot of benefits because they are called early explorers. So the early explorers are the ones who are holding the best guns right now. So if you are new and you want to get something like this, you need to buy this for the people who already minted 3 years ago. And this is a benefit for the first holders for the game. So you have to think in both ends. One is people who is joining right now, they need to get to the top step by step because people already did this from 3 years, 2 years, or 1 year ago. So, but there's something that you can get for them as well because it's not only like, you can transfer things. If you can buy it, you can get an armor for them, or even you can craft. But there's a way that you can play in a normal way, like using the default guns that we are giving for free. So this is this is playing fair. This is like having a spot to play with players in the same level like you. But there's another way to play or try to win a battle from people who has more experience or different weapons and numbers than you.
Got it. Got it. No, that makes sense because I am totally for, having a place in the game where somebody who wants to spend a lot of money should be able to spend a lot of money and get the best things right away, because that supports the game, that supports the economics of the game. But at the same time, it shouldn't be the only way to play the game. And like you said, I, as another kind of a player who does not want to spend money, should be able to put in my time and effort and slowly be able to rise through the ranks. So if there is a place for that kind of players too, then I think that makes sense. And when you explain it in different places in the metaverse, then yeah, I think that's how you've designed it, and I think I'm cool with that. My second question was, with regards to the two tokens that you have, there's the Galactic Quadrant and then you have the Blink Galaxy. Right now, from what I understood, the Blink Galaxy is going to be the in-game currency, and then the Galactic Quadrant is going to be more of a platform token for voting, for rewards, for staking and stuff like that. Now, if I'm not an active gamer, right, I'm an occasional gamer, I like to try out the games that you're releasing or the newer levels that you're releasing, but then I don't play every day, right? So what is the relation between GQ and BG? And if I'm not an active gamer, what is it that I'm supposed to be holding? Should I keep converting my BG into GQ if I'm not actively participating in the games? Or does it not matter, or does it not have a relation at all? They're two separate things, and the BG does not really have a monetary value outside of the game.
Okay, let me answer you this right now. Before, let me add something that the thing that you just say with the game that I forgot. In the game, sorry. Also, we have missions, and the missions you will start those missions with the default guns, not using the guns that you buy or the armor that you have. And let's say right now in December 17, we're going to launch the version .003, which is we are adding different arenas and one boss. The boss, if you want to go to that event, when you click and you go inside that event, all the people who is playing, trying to kill that boss, will have the same gun and the same armor. And then at the end, when you manage to kill the boss, there's gonna be like a PvP start game. All the survivors must kill each other to receive the reward, but with the same guns. So that's when your ability comes true, because it's only ability, because all the people are using the same armor and same weapons. There's something like something with this. I was only trying to add something for the last question. And
then, thank you very much. That's purely skill there. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So talking about BG and JQ, I think you get the things wrong. Let me start over with this. JQ is a token for the gaming ecosystem. Is a token who is going to be using for rewards, is going to be using for playing the games. You are paying the fees to create something for the metaverse with JQ. Let's say you go to the factory and you want to create something in the factory. You are using JQ. Why is this? Because JQ is the gaming is the token for the gaming ecosystem. BG, Blink Galaxy, is the token for the blockchain side. You're using BG to meet something. Let's say for all the other games, you're using BG to stake and receive rewards, because we will have pools, we will have farming, different things, and then we will have the ability to create nodes for using the blockchain and governance to decide what's going on with the blockchain. But actually, in the metaverse, there's another way to use BG to stake BG and receive voting power for voting on decisions on the gaming system. So this is two different things. So if you're asking what is better to have, is JQ or BG? This is gonna be your choice, because this let's say the metaverse is adding different partners to the metaverse, and the blockchain is adding partners to participate with the blockchain. And if it's a gaming, we're gonna send that game to the metaverse, but it's gonna be live on the blockchain. So this is different ways to see the token. You need a BG because you need a token to incentivize the people who is gonna be using your blockchain, but you need JQ because you have players. So that's why we're saying JQ is the fuel for the gaming and BG is the fuel for the blockchain.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I think I get an idea of so it's not really one or the other. Even if you're not an active player, it still makes sense to hold both, because all your games are going to be in the metaverse, and that's going to be the currency of the metaverse. Whereas your partners or everything that is just purely blockchain related is going to be BG.
Yeah, exactly. And actually, for example, if we are asking for people who wants to join to the metaverse, they must pay with JQ. We have a partner. They want to create something inside the metaverse. The fee is gonna be in JQ and GQ. If you're gonna be partnered with the blockchain because you wanna launch your game in the blockchain, you're gonna participate in the grants. That's gonna be BG.
Got it. Got it. Yeah. Thank you very much, Aiden, and wish you all the best.
Thanks, man.
Thank you very much for your question, Sujay. No problem at all. All right, so without further ado, here's where we're going to be ending up today's session. So just wanted to say, Adan, it has been a pleasure to host you. Thank you so much for the awesome debate. And of course, not only for answering all of my questions, but also the community questions. So thank you so much. Wishing you and the rest of the team the best of luck for not only the sale, but also for the launch. And I do hope that you have a great rest of your day as well.
Thank you. Thank you, Reynolds. If you give me 1 minute, I need to make an announcement for the community.
Of course, go for it.
Okay, so if you haven't checked, we create with GemPad, they help us a lot to create this cell, and we added a great bonus stage. So we are now we decide to go in this way. You need to pay for marketing, but actually you need to pay benefits for the holders, for the investor, for the people who is going to be trusting in us. So that's why we create a great bonus, and this bonus was decided to be part of the marketing. Let's say we get a portion of these tokens and say this is the tokens for marketing, and we paid it with a stable coin, not using tokens for the VG. And then we decide to go with the investors and get a great portion of tokens of the marketing and giving that as a bonus. So you go and check to the website and check the bonus stage. You will realize we have great offer for people who is buying the token by this time. We still have 2 days with that bonus. I will recommend you to go right now because it's gonna be ending, I think, tomorrow at 3 p.m. UTC. So this is like a great chance to participate with and get benefits with that bonus. And also another thing is we are creating with Uniswap the way that you can add several things to the pool. But actually, we have another platform which is being built in the same Blink Galaxy website. So you can stake and you start receiving benefits for BG. and the voting power for BG in the blockchain. But also, we talk with GemPad, and we decide to go with them and create the staking as well in the same website. So we are trying to make this easy for anyone. If you are an investor with GemPad, you're continuous using the website, it's going to be staking with them as well. It's going to be staking available with us in the website, in the Galaxy website, and there's going to be staking in a pool in Uniswap. So there's a lot of things that you can do right now with the BG token. If you're asking why am I getting this, this is the reason. It's a lot of ways that you can receive benefits of it. So that's it. Thank you very much for the time. Thank you for the wishes, and see you soon.
Perfect. Thank you so much. And you've heard it firsthand. Do make sure to check everything out. I did forward the AMA announcement once again, just so you have the sale link and all the relevant socials here. So yeah, you've heard Alan. Do make sure to join. Do make sure to check everything out. You have the link to the sale if you're interested in contributing, and we will, of course, catch you on the next AMA session. Thank you so much, Alan. Best of luck once again. And to our community, thank you so much for joining, and have a great rest of your day. Cheers.
Cheers.